Joining us for this week's mayor's briefing. We had a very exciting briefing last week at Shields Sports Complex. Now, in case you missed it, last week, Visit Wichita announced that Wichita has been selected as the host city for the U.S. Youth Soccer National President's Cup right here in Wichita for 2026, 27, and 28. This is the first time that U.S. Youth Soccer has committed to 3 consecutive years to have a host city like ours be able to have all the young athletes, their families, and their coaches in the air capital. So congratulations to the city of Wichita. And we are excited to have Visit Wichita back this week with yet another exciting announcement. I'm going to pass it over to Jamel Hollopere to tell us more about this exciting news.
Thank you, Mayor. Man, it is good to be in Wichita right now. We have all kinds of awesome stuff happening. So I have to say, yesterday we just found out Wichita has been named the best sports event host city in the country. And we are really excited about this. This is a national recognition from Sports Travel Magazine at the Sports Travel Awards. So I want to show a video just so you can kind of see what this means, but we're really excited about this because, as you know, the more sporting events we get to Wichita, that brings in tourists and that helps with our economy. So let's see here, if I can play this video.
Wichita, this is your win. Thank you for making Wichita the best sports event host city in the country. From the volunteers chasing soccer balls in the rain, to the hosts, bartenders, and wait staff who served up true Midwest hospitality, to the hotel staff who made visitors feel at home, and to everyone who voted, you showed what heart looks like. In the last year, Wichita turned national competitions into can't-miss moments. Hosting the 2025 Prevagen U.S. Figure Skating Championships, bringing the competition to Kansas for the first time in history, filling the seats at local restaurants and at Intrust Bank Arena for NCAA March Madness, breaking attendance records and cheering as the Aftershocks brought home the title at TBT, hitting it out of the park, literally, with Athletes Unlimited Softball League's inaugural season, which took place at Wichita State University. Our world-class venues, our central location, and most of all, our people turn sporting events into experiences visitors won't forget. To our fans, workers, small businesses, partners, volunteers, and neighbors, thank you for showing up with heart in the heart of the country.
Yay, I love that. It's such a community effort. We all work together. Just to kind of give you some information, Wichita welcomed more than 100 sporting events. Now this is from June of last year to July of this year, generating an estimated value of $61 million in total economic impact. $33 million came from 16 major events, directly secured or hosted or were supported by Visit Wichita. So we are so pumped, and we know next year is going to be just as great. So we want to celebrate this with the entire city. Mayor?
Thank you, Jamel. Now I'm expecting a 3rd week in a row with good news, so we'll just have to stay tuned and see if there's another good news and exciting announcement to come to our city. We want to recognize the hard work of Visit Wichita to bring these events to our community, which not only add vitality and quality of life to our city, but it also is a big economic boost. And just this Tuesday, we renewed our contract with Visit Wichita, and that is because of their proven success in bringing these world-class attraction events to our city, but also their entire team for working hard to sell Wichita. We need more visitors coming to visit us here in the heartland, but we also want our residents to feel proud to come from the city of Wichita. So thank you for what you all do to make sure that the city is not just thriving for its residents, but also thriving and welcoming new visitors, because again, you help with our economy. And that is one of our top priorities at the city of Wichita, is economic development and economic impact. So thank you very much for what you all do. Another top priority for the city is public safety. Next up, we have the Wichita Police Department's Public Information Officer, Rick Peña, with our weekly Wichita Police Department Well Done Wednesday. Rick?
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning. I'm Officer Rick Pena, Public Information Officer. In this week's Well Done Wednesday, we are highlighting the work that our officers did in a recent investigation. Officers were investigating a report of a stolen vehicle with 2 armed suspects when Flock Technology alerted them to its location. The suspects took off, crashing the vehicle before fleeing on foot. Thanks to a swift response from our police officers, one suspect was found by our K-9 officer and his dog hiding behind a dumpster. The second suspect was safely taken into custody. The second tried to escape, but Officer Fields deployed a drone, guiding officers straight to its hiding spot. The investigation led to the recovery of 3 firearms and the arrest of 2 suspects. This is another powerful example of teamwork, technology, and dedication keeping Wichita safe. Let's watch and see how the incident unfolded.
Wichita?
Ran the red light and he just got T-boned.
Officers were investigating a stolen vehicle with armed suspects when Flock Technology alerted them to its location. Moments later, the suspects crashed and took off running. A canine handler quickly closed in, finding one suspect hiding behind a dumpster. But one more was on the run until Officer Fields launched the drone. From above, the drone guided officers straight to the final suspect's hiding spot. The combined efforts of officers on the ground, Flock Technology, and drone operations led to both arrests and recovery of 3 guns. This is a powerful example of teamwork, technology, and dedication keeping Wichita safe. To all the officers involved, well done.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you again, Officer Pena and the entire Wichita Police Department. Again, we appreciate seeing the work that's being done to keep our community safe. And now I'd like to welcome up Emily Hurst, Shelter Manager for the Wichita Animal Services, with an update on statistics and our Pet of the Week.
Thanks, Lily. Gotta have my assistant hold this kitten because it has latched upon her. This is Pirate. It's a sweet little boy kitten, and we brought a kitten today. He is just adorable. He loves being held. Because we have been consistently full on cats and kittens, both at Wichita Animal Services, where stray and lost and found pets go, and at the Kansas Humane Society, which is our next door adoption partner. So we really want to encourage you, if you have lost your cat or kitten, he came in just on the 14th, and will stay at our facility for 3 days while we look for their owners. If their owners don't come back for him, he will go transfer to the Kansas Humane Society for adoption. And there are so many cute cats and kittens ready for their new homes. So please, if you're considering adoption, this is the place to go. Of course, when animals do go up for adoption, they are spayed and neutered, provided vaccinations, as well as, I think, a small bag of animal food. So, and a microchip. Apologize, that's one of the most important parts. His animal number is 181628. In the month of September, since I haven't been back here since that closed out, we had 447 cats come into the Wichita Animal Services through September, and 441 dogs. Like I said, our number one goal is to try to get animals reunited with their original owners if it is a safe place for them. And we only had 10 cats come back for their owners last month. So again, I encourage people, cat reclaim fees are completely free. The city of Wichita has waived those. The only thing that's required is a $25 rabies voucher if your cat doesn't have rabies shots already. We also, like I said, had 441 dogs. Of those, 109 dog owners came back for their pets. So that still means that a lot of dogs and puppies were out there needing to be rehomed because their owners no longer came back for them. We're really hopeful that people will take advantage of resources within our community to be able to help us with that reunification effort. This Saturday on October, I know the date, it's okay. This Saturday, October 18th, our adoption partner, the Kansas Humane Society, is going to have a free microchip event. Registration is required, but that is one of the best ways to get the animal back to you as quick as possible. If our officers are able and they're in the field and they can scan that microchip, they can even get it to you before it comes to the shelter, helping avoid fees, stress on the animal, and getting it home as quickly as possible. We also have a lot of our other great partners doing good work. Bruce Veterinary Clinic is in our parking lot today. The great thing about Bruce Veterinary is that they offer extremely low-cost spay-neuter surgeries, and that's how we're going to fight this overpopulation in our community. They also offer a wide variety of other low-cost treatments or medical cares for your pets, and they are all over the city of Wichita every single month. You can check our Facebook page for information on that. As well as Wichita Animal Action League, one of our rescue partners, they'll be hosting what they call the Alpha Clinic in our parking lot on November 6th. This is a very low-cost way to get access to medical care. You can check our Facebook page, and there's more information on how you can access that. I'm grateful for all of our partners because this is really how we address the animal welfare needs in our community. Have a great day. I did screw.
Thank you again, Emily, and thank you to Megan for helping us share the Pet of the Week. I want to re-emphasize just these numbers because to me, that is something that community has always asked. They want to know what they can do to help with the animal shelter. When the shelter receives 447 cats and 441 dogs just in the month of September, that means that we need your help. We need your help reconnecting families with their pets, and we also need those animals to not continue to be overpopulating, and so we need them to be spayed and neutered. So again, thank you for what you and your entire team do at the shelter, but again, that's nearly 900 animals that came into the shelter just in the month of September alone. So that is the gravity of this situation regarding the animal shelter. Now we're going to move to another priority of the city, and that is public works. Our streets are maintained by the Public Works Department. For our street update this week, I want to highlight a project happening next week that will shut down a major throughway, which is 21st Street, from Broadway to Topeka. BNSF Railroad will be doing work on 21st Street immediately east of Broadway. That means that 21st Street will be fully closed to traffic from Broadway to Topeka next week, beginning Monday, October 20th, and should wrap up by the end of the week. That means that also traffic will be rerouted via 17th Street and Mosley. More details are available at wichita.gov/streets on our weekly street bulletin. And as always, we have some exciting events coming up this weekend. We have Candy Crawl in the Park from 6 to 8 p.m. on Friday, October 17th in Plainview Park. That's in District Number 3. Little ghouls and goblins are invited to dress up in their beautiful costumes, bring a candy bag or pumpkin bucket, and follow the haunted trail through the park to collect sweets and prizes from Wichita Park and Recreation staff, local businesses, and community organizations. Again, that is happening tomorrow, starting at 6 p.m. at Plainview Park. And then from 2 to 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, October 18th and 19th, Old Cowtown Museum in District 6 will host its annual trick-or-treating event, Hay, Hooves, and Halloween. Spooky season takes over the Wild West as Old Cowtown celebrates Halloween in its 75th year of operation. The museum grounds and historic buildings will be decorated to thrill our family-friendly individuals, but also not too scary of an event. Explore this historic and rumored to be haunted house. Watch zombie gunfighters put on a show, and again, enjoy trick-or-treating. And of course, this weekend is also Tallgrass Film Festival Week, which officially kicks off today and runs through Sunday. In its 23rd year, the Tallgrass Film Festival will show 188 films across many genres, including 14 world premieres and 1 international premiere. You can learn more about their schedule of events at tallgrassfilm.org. Again, that website is tallgrassfilm.org. And in case you missed it, last week, Wichita was awarded a Best in Governance Award for Community Connection by Polco, which is a national firm that specializes in data insights for governments. This national recognition highlights local governments that stand out as the most effective, innovative, and community-centered across the country. The Community Connections category is built on resident feedback about the social fabric of their community, including civic pride, opportunities for engagement, and to participate in government, support for vulnerable residents, and much more. Today, we also have some exciting news. The City of Wichita has also been awarded a Best in Governance Award for Natural Environment. This includes things like access to green spaces, cleanliness, and more. Only 5 top performers were chosen in each category out of hundreds of communities nationwide. Wichita is excited and honored for these recognitions, especially since it comes from resident feedback. We will strive to continue to make improvements and to be a top-tier city in the nation, which is also a great reminder that later on this year, you may be one of the lucky few that get a randomly selected survey sent out to your home. And we encourage you to take that survey, as that is how we are able to have our priorities moving into the new year. So again, if you get one of the lucky surveys, please fill it out. And in that pursuit of excellence, we regularly do upgrades and checks on our water customer system. The customer information system will be down from 10 p.m. on Friday, October 17th to 5 p.m. on Saturday, October 18th. During this time, the city will not be able to process any water account payments, and residents' online water utility account information will not be accessible. This planned work will be used to make upgrades to the information system to ensure it works at a high level. We are sorry for any inconvenience and thank residents for their patience, again, from Friday evening to Saturday late afternoon. And with that, I always close out mayor's briefings with good news. And so I just wanted to congratulate the Wichita Sports Commission for having a successful Prairie Fire Marathon, half marathon, and 5K this past weekend. We had over 30 states represented and 3,000 participants and thousands of more individuals that came out to cheer on these runners. And so thank you to our community. Be on the lookout for the 2026 dates, which will be in the spring and in the fall. And again, congratulations to Visit Wichita as well on the big announcement yesterday and the host city announcement last week. With that, we will take questions. I see none. Thank you all very much. Have a great week.